and Chelsea.
And we're here this week with another video. We wanted to talk about something that is not talked about often, but we feel it's important to talk about, which is, should you ask your significant other for permission? You know, when you're in a relationship, it's no longer about what you want and what you want to do. It's about you guys as a unit. Every decision you make, you now have to keep another person in mind. And so we want to just talk about asking your partner for permission and just what that means and why that's important for any relationship. One thing that we think is important, it's important to ask for permission just because it shows a sign of respect. It tells your partner, I respect your opinion, I respect what you have to say about the situation, and I'm gonna take it into consideration. We're not asking you to necessarily agree with your partner all the time, but just being able to hear them out and their perspective on why something should happen a certain way. Like, that's the point of your foundation. Like, you're in a relationship. I think that's important.
See, like, it comes to wanting to go out with like your girlfriends or something, and it's very respectful to ask your partner, like, hey, is it cool if I go out with my friends? Because at that point, it doesn't make them feel like they're insignificant in the relationship, because then you're just gonna go ahead and do whatever you wanna do. It makes them feel like you respect them enough to have their opinion on the matter.
Honestly, I feel like, I don't know about you, but I'm sure you have, but like, I've come across those couples where you have the guy or the girl who's like, I do me, I don't care, she'll follow suit, I'm gonna do whatever I wanna do. It's like, that's so disrespectful. When I hear that in the moment, obviously, you know, I'm not gonna be rude, but when I hear that, it really peeves me, because I'm like, that's like, just rude. And then you're talking crap about it too, acting like you have your significant other under your thumb. Everyone at work knows I'm Chelsea's little bitch. Every time something comes up for like, oh, Brooke, do you want to do this? I'm gonna have to say, yeah, I'm gonna talk to Chelsea, but I'll let you know.
That's like literally my answer. Okay, yeah, I'll talk to Brooke, I'll let you know.
There's a phrase, just do it and ask for forgiveness later. Honestly, asking for permission just avoids a fight later down the road. It's like, if you just are up and like, I'm gonna go to the club, I'll text her when I'm there and she's gonna have to deal with it. It's like, great. Don't be surprised when she wants to bring it up later and talk about what happened. Of course she's going to. Honestly, if you just shot her a text before, be like, hey babe, I know it's last minute, but I'd like to call my friends, you know, maybe blah, blah, blah. Just ask. It'll save you so much heartache later.
Do now and then deal with it later. It's just not a healthy way to go about your relationship or marriage, because that's just inviting fights. You are asking for it, basically. Like, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna do whatever I wanna do, and if she's mad when I get home, then we'll fight about it then. You're setting yourself up for failure at that point. Like, why would you wanna do that?
It's just not a good move. Like, if you're trying to build something with your partner to just discredit what they have to say, or who cares how they're gonna feel about the situation, you wanna live your whole life like this? Your whole life doing you and then coming home and fighting about doing you later? That makes zero sense. Logic.
Once again, like, your partner will just feel like they don't matter.
Yeah.
Also, when you ask your partner for permission before you do something, it helps with your decision-making skills, because then you're communicating with them and they're hearing your side of how you've come up with your pros and cons list, and then they can go, okay, I see why you see that, and here's mine, and then you guys have, you know, better communication, and then down the road when you're making big life decisions, you know how you both will feel about it because of the way your thought process goes.
100%. I can't, like, this is so perfect in Chelsea and I's relationship too. My mind races all the time. I'm thinking about 1,000 different thoughts, and sometimes I get very fixated on something. I want to do this, or I want to buy this, and Chelsea's like, okay, walk me through your thought process. When I hear that initially, I'm taking like, oh, she doesn't want me to get this thing. It's like, no, she just wants to figure out how I came to the decision I made. Even if it results in me still getting it, at least me taking the time to think about it is like really good. And it's better for future situations. Chelsea knows exactly how my brain works now. So when I say I want an iPhone 7, she knows I'm trying to get it that day, and she can sort of talk me down and help me make rational decisions, because we all have the capacity to be irrational. So it's nice to have another ear to tell you why something may or may not be a good idea. And Chelsea's really good too about still letting me make the decision, but she just at least wants me to think about the process.
And lastly, asking your partner for permission, it keeps you engaged in each other's lives. Like, if Brooke wants to, you know, go out and buy an iPhone 7, and we're going over the reasons why, she's telling me about this like newfound iPhone photography thing that she's become really passionate about, and then that gives me an insight into how passionate she is about this project, and then I can help her down the road with whatever I can, because now I know what she's thinking. And then say if it's like, you know, asking like, hey, I'm gonna go to brunch this day with my friends, at least they're part of that decision so that they know what's on your calendar and they don't feel left out of the loop for when you just get up and go and like, where are you going? Oh, I've had this brunch planned for weeks.
Chelsea and I are really good about swapping calendars as often as possible, and yeah, I mean, if a plan's set, just let them know, and it feel engaged in your life. So it feels like our life as opposed to my life and then your life.
Yeah.
Again, these are things that we personally think are important in a relationship. We don't mean to offend anyone out there, but hopefully you guys took something from this video. Please be sure to give this video a big fat thumbs up. Please be sure to click the subscribe button. Please be sure to turn on notifications, the little bell next to the subscribe button. Please be sure to comment below any relationship advice that you'd like to see in the future. We mentioned this in past videos, guys, but it is still our goal to do an anonymous relationship advice Q&A video, so please DM us, message us your relationship problems, and we'd love to answer those for you in a video coming up soon. Quick shout out to Ralph Marion for following us on Twitter. Please be sure to follow us. I'm OMG Brookberry.
I am OMG Chelsea Berry.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye!
Bye!